Not today, pal. Not today.
I wanted to ask you why, for every man that I know, it seems like returning something is just so difficult. But for every woman, it's like, yeah, I'll just return it. Like it's like, yeah, you just return that. I can't bring myself to return something. Like there's so much stuff I want. I'm like, I don't order it because it'll come, and if it doesn't fit, I'll never return it.
Really?
And I have a bunch of stuff that's the case.
I have the opposite problem. I would not return, and Cutter's my returner. I give him the slip, and I give him the shit, and he goes to the store.
In a lot of ways, you guys are flipped in things that normally
we are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I can't. I will never return something. I end up like I'll be like, okay, I'll return it, and then 3 months later, I just throw it away. Oh. Because I'm like I donate it to Goodwill.
But like, what are the types of things that you're throwing away? Because I feel
Clothes.
like okay.
Yeah,
but I feel
like
like you've really narrowed down what works and doesn't work for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, you're pretty consistent with your wardrobe.
Right. But I just like I'll order socks. I ordered sneakers the other day, and like they weren't right, and I was like, oh, now I gotta.
You gotta return those. What?
That's why
Is
this
it 'cause
came
you
up.
don't have a
it was
printer?
such a thing.
It's because you don't have a printer.
Of course, I don't have a printer.
That's why.
Yeah, I'm not
if you had a
Office
printer,
Max.
If you had a printer, you would just hit print label, and then it's very easy. You leave it downstairs.
It doesn't matter. When I lived in my last building, they had a printer, and I could send anything to them, and it was like such a daunting task where I'd be like, I just can't do it.
What if it's in your apartment? The printer.
No, I just can't. Like it's the whole. I think there's something.
Can I get you a printer and paper?
No
I bet
way.
it'll last. The
Jamie,
paper will
there's
last you.
3 things in my apartment. We're not going to put a printer in there as the 4th thing.
Why?
Because I don't want a printer.
I'll buy a little cute table for it.
Absolutely not. I would rather suffer. I would rather stockpile clothes that I don't want than have a printer.
I've actually wondered too. If there could ever be like a receipt for how much money I've wasted on shit, that I've never actually used, that I've bought. Cutter would beat everybody. He's the fucking worst. He orders shit on Amazon. He's like, the other day he was like, do you know this app Like to Know It? And it's like, or LTK, and it's like influencers use it to sell their clothes, and he's been buying clothes off like dudes that he finds on Instagram.
And he's like me, he wears the same thing.
He wears the same shit every day.
He looks like he's going to golf every day.
Yes.
No matter what we're doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he wastes money on like gadgets and shit all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm the opposite. I buy nothing. I buy like supplements from Amazon, like shout out Pure Encapsulation. Like
Pure Encapsulation.
I'm like magnesia, but
Yeah.
like otherwise nothing shows up.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What next thing?
Get you a printer.
I would never absolutely
I'm gonna
not.
get you a printer.
Pre-check. You know how you have pre-check at the airport?
Yes.
So if somebody doesn't know what pre-check is, what is pre-check?
You fill out this form online, and they basically learn that you're not a terrorist and that you don't have to take your shoes off.
Right. So if you go to the airport and you're with a group of people and half of them might be terrorists, they don't have pre-check, and they're like, oh, we have to go wait online.
I
Totally.
have clear, pre-check, global entry, see you on the other side. I'll save us a seat at the gate.
Yeah, and that's the move. But I think there's...
Of course. If you can't spend the 20 minutes it takes to fill out the thing online, I'm not going to wait with you.
But I thought you have to go to the airport.
That's for global entry. That's for if you want, like when you're traveling internationally.
Oh, really?
And then that TSA pre comes with that. Well, then actually, I don't know, because I've only ever gone for global entry.
You do have to go to the airport for
See, that
TSA
changes
pre,
everything. If
but
it's
for
just
clear,
online.
once you're at the airport, you can sign up for that easy. It's an annual fee, and that shit's great.
But every time I show up to the airport, I'm scrambling. You know what I mean?
Really?
I'm never like, yeah, I'm here to hang.
That's shocking to me. What are you doing with your time that you're late for the airport?
What are you trying to say, Jamie?
I'm just saying, like, if you have to catch a flight, what else was there?
It's just a vibe. Like I'm never
You
there.
have to be
like
late for an airport?
No, it's not even late. It's just like a sense of like I'm not like, hey, I got an hour. How do I do pre-check or whatever?
Right.
Like there's just a sense of like I also think because I hate flying so much that I'm like it's very intense for me to be at an airport
Yes.
where the rest of my life is very
You've gotten
chill.
much better about it. Rob, I don't know if we've talked about it in this podcast or not, but Rob used to have a superstition where every time he got on a plane, he had to text me.
Yeah, you
before
and
he took off.
like all my best friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
There was a bunch of
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
There were even like 2 people just out of superstition who like I wasn't even good friends with who I had to
Would
text.
you be like, yeah, you'd always be like, love you, Amy Lee, about to take off.
Yeah,
I'd be
I'm getting
"You're
on a
gonna be
plane."
Fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Last time we flew together.
We did.
Yeah, I didn't have to text you.
Nope.
So yeah, I think there's certain people who think like you should go with the group and wait in the line and this, and I'm somebody who doesn't have
That's
it. And I'm like,
rude.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
To
Who thinks
want that.
Who thinks that?
I think people who like, they fly once every 3 years and then people are like, all right, well, we'll see you on the other side. And they're like, whoa,
There's
whoa.
well, look, if there's a group of 5 people and 4 of them have pre-check and 1 idiot doesn't, maybe like somebody should offer up to go with the person. Maybe. Not me.
Okay. Well, do you guys have pre-check?
I do, yeah.
I don't, but
I
I,
don't.
need it.
Yeah, I should definitely do it.
This
And I
is
would
your
not be
reminder.
offended
It's kinda-
whatsoever if you
It
guys
is one
left
of those
me.
things. Like I'm not gonna go to the airport and hang out there and do some extra task. I'm usually like worried about security and all that other shit. Parking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you
Yeah.
got to make a separate trip to do it, I feel like.
Wait, you
But
don't
in
Uber to
Austin,
the
it's not
airport,
bad.
Chad?
I drive to the airport and park.
Real?
If it's a
you
short
too.
enough trip, yeah.
You too.
Starting already.
I'm just saying. It's,
We're so similar.
yeah.
Yeah.
So much in common.
2 peas in a pod.
Put that in the song.
If it's a short enough trip, if it's under 5 days, I'm always driving to the airport.
Wow. Really?
For now, until they hike the prices up at Austin Airport, but for now, it's
What does it cost to
less
park
than
at an
a
airport?
car service to and from.
It's
For
like
5 days.
$10 a day or something.
Mm-hmm.
12. I don't know. It's
Wow.
easier than like you get back and you're like, I gotta wait for this Uber and everyone's
Yes.
waiting for an Uber. You
Yes.
just go
Yeah,
right to
that's
your
a
car.
pain.
Exactly.
What
There's
did,
something
uh,
about just getting off the plane and going right to your car. It just feels nice.
Yeah. Zola, what were you saying?
I think for pre-check, you need to make like an appointment and go at a certain time. But here in Austin, like the airport's pretty chill. It's not like going to LAX
Yes.
just to go fucking take a photo or whatever. Like
Right.
I did in
100%.
like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I do think if you're somebody who doesn't have it and you're offended if everybody goes through, you're an ass. You're the asshole.
Of course.
Like it's never. But just I've heard the
I'm not
argument
friends
from
with people like that.
Yeah. Well, you're not friends with a lot of people. What let's
Rob,
see.
what if you're
More than
dating
you.
someone and she doesn't have pre-check and you guys
I
are
would go
going
in the
somewhere?
line with her.
Yeah, you kind of got it, right?
Yeah.
I
That's-
wouldn't. Cutter didn't have pre-check or some. He didn't have global entry once, and I left him in the dust.
Well, Jamie kind of does her own thing at the airport also. You do your own thing.
Yeah.
Jamie gets like on the back of the truck and like drives away while me and Cutter walk around.
I get
know?
I get the little carts
Yeah.
when I can.
Jamie's,
Well, also
you know,
we had our kids, and my kids can go with me because I have global entry. And you think about it, you're gonna make a bunch of kids wait in a long line. No, they're gonna come with mom, and we're gonna go to McDonald's and wait for dad.
Yeah.
Or Sbarro.
I don't. Ugh, gross. Do we have a memory lane?
Oh gosh.
We do.
Oh gush.
Oh gosh.
Oh gush. That's a new one.
Aw, look at us. How
Wow.
cute. Diet Coke. When the fuck did I drink Diet Coke? Gross.
Yeah, this is back when I used to eat and not think about what I was eating. What a nice
Yeah.
time.
Oh, look how cute we are.
What a time to be alive.
This
That's-
is first season of Sopranos. I don't remember what episode,
No, I wouldn't know what episode. But
but this is towards the end of the season.
It shoots me right back to that dinner table, though.
That's that room.
We spent so much time at that fucking
and we
dinner
always had the
table.
same seats. Which
Yeah.
you guys, do you always, when you were a kid growing up, did you always have the same seat at your family table? Like, did you guys? Oh, because my kids always sit in the same 2 chairs.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
gotta do it.
right?
Gotta.
I don't
Isn't
think
that
so.
weird? No,
No.
really?
No.
That's so weird to me. It's like even on the our couches in our house, we all end up in the same spots.
Couches, yes, but I never had a spot because we never ate at a table.
Right.
It was always like you just watch TV and
Yeah.
there was no like ever
Yeah.
any sort of like, oh, this is where I sit at the dinner table. We'd be like, if somebody
We
sat
just
at the table.
it's not like we ever planned it, it's just where we gravitated towards, but on the show that's what we did too. I always sat in the same stool at the counter in the kitchen. I always sat in that chair right next to Jim.
Dude, I'm drinking regular Coke. But you know what? Also, just to like, sometimes I think HBO would kind of put whatever
Yes,
there,
you're right.
and then we
You're
would have
right.
our
They
own
had
drink
Meadow
on the
drink
side.
Diet
Like we
Coke,
weren't
yeah.
really drinking
Yeah.
that shit. That's quite a colorful
Look at us.
jacket you got there. Or
Oh,
whatever
well,
that is.
Meadow's little hippie Meadow face.
What is that? Is that like a blazer?
No, it's a shirt. It's like one of those paisley shirts. Definitely got it from Urban Outfitters or something like that. But it's fluorescent green, many shades of green.
You look like you know who you remind me of in that? You know what's that show with the gay guys with Sofia Vergara?
Modern Family.
You look like the gay guy in Modern Family. You know when he
I
wears all
look
like
like
crazy.
him?
I'm saying
What?
just you give
Oh,
me
my
those
outfit.
vibes. You give me those. No, you don't look like him. Yeah. No, the shirt's giving me the vibes.
Sure. Very loud, very birdcage-ish.
Yeah.
What are we
There's-
eating?
Is that like a meatball in the
Pasta?
foreground? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it.
What were we? Yeah, it's
I remember
season
those
one.
glasses with the gold on top. Everything was
Yeah.
so specific. There we are.
Yeah,
Yep, me and
see?
Eric Stone Street.
Yeah,
Two
Eric
peas in a
Stone
pod
Street.
too.
Oh, incredible
Me,
actor.
Chad, and Eric Stone Street.
He's so fucking good.
Oh, he's genius. They all
So
were in
good.
that show.
Yeah.
Oh, this makes me sad.
Is that
I
show
don't know why-
over?
For a long time. It's been
Really?
gone, yeah.
Well, I don't know why. I feel like it would just be a show that would just keep going.
I think it was on for a very long time.
Were we right about season one?
Yep. Season 1, episode 7. Episode's called Down Neck.
Thank God right before like Sopranos started, I decided that the bowl cut was going to get parted in the middle, you know? Because when it was full on bangs all the way around, that is just so much more embarrassing for some reason. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
you look like the Target lady when Kristen Wiig plays the Target lady.
Can you pull that up? That is
You look exactly like her. It's some shiny hair though. Your hair's very. Somebody commented, was it on Instagram or something, that how your hair they have how you. There she is.
Yeah, we should put
that
a
AJ Soprano?
we should put a picture up of her and Eric Stone Street and be like Rob and Jamie.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, so good.
The context I have for this scene, though, is you got grounded because you got in trouble at school.
I look
Which
pretty
one of
happy
us?
for a guy who got grounded.
Rob, AJ. Yeah.
Why do we look so happy then?
Oh well, that's why I'm happy. You got in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm laughing. Is this directly from the show? Like we took a
Yes.
cool. All right. Here's what I want to do now. We have the new box office game where we talk about this movie versus that movie. I want to talk about where do you think so it's like basically Forrest Gump versus all the other Tom Hanks movies. Like where do you think Forrest Gump falls as far as Tom Hanks movies?
Number one.
That's what I would think. It's not even top 3.
Big.
No, because he's got Toy Story 4 is
Oh
number
well,
one.
those can't count. We got to take those off the table.
I think Da Vinci Code might be number 3. Can you pull that up? Tom Hanks box office.
Yeah.
Because Toy Story, like I don't know. I wouldn't count animated movies for some reason.
Okay. Then I think it's number 2. I think Da Vinci Code was number 3 and Gump was number 4. Gump should be fucking
It's
Gump
my
should
top
be
5
number
favorite
1.
movies of all time.
Yeah. Gump is
what else?
fucking up
This
there.
Not
list
big.
has Forrest
Splash?
Gump at
No.
2.
Oh right, because it doesn't have the yeah. So Da Vinci Code and then it doesn't have the Toy Stories.
Oh, Castaway?
I don't know. Where's Castaway on this list? Let's just read them off. What's number 3?
Castaway's at 5.
Angels and Demons. What the fuck is
Forrest
that?
Gump's number 1.
No, number 2.
Yeah.
2.
Two.
Who's
Number
what's
1
one?
is Da Vinci Code.
Oh, Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, which I've
Forrest
never
Gump.
seen.
So
I don't even
Forrest
know.
Gump. Okay. Angels and Demons.
Saving
what's
Private
the-
Ryan number 4.
Hell yeah.
Makes sense. Castaway 5.
Apollo 13. Catch Me If You Can. This is the greatest man alive.
Jamie's a big fan.
He's the greatest man alive. I actually got to meet him once because I did a movie with his wife, Rita, who's amazing. And he was just everything you dream he'd be.
Yeah.
Just every single thing you dream he'd be.
I actually met him once at the SAG Awards and he came up, he like walked over to where I was and was like, hey, I'm a big fan, and like shook my hand and I was like, I know he's lying. Like we were with like Edie and like a
Yeah.
bunch of other people. So I know he said it just to be nice. But it
No,
was,
I bet
like,
he
very
watched the show and enjoyed your work.
Oh yeah, but he tried to
Like,
make it
did
like
he have
it
like
was,
a Rob Eiler poster? Probably
Right,
not,
he tried to
but-
make it like it was about. He's like, "Oh, I love the bowl cut," you know. He's like, "You don't look like Kristen Wiig." But he did like try to like because I was a little kid, you know. He's trying to just be like overly nice, but I knew, I was like, "No, I'm not some LA kid who's gonna accept this." I was like, "You
Yeah.
don't like me."
My mom
that's okay.
hates him.
¿Por qué?
I don't know. I think he's great, but my mom just
What
can't
bugs
stand
her
him.
about Mr. Hanks?
She doesn't like
Wow.
him or Tom Cruise. I think it's just the
Tom's?
movie star thing where you're
Does she like
expected
Tom
to
Segura?
like them. Yeah, she does. But yeah, I love him. Like his little walk in the burbs when he like walks down those steps after the
Everything.
house blows
He
up.
he's
funny.
never acting. He's always perfect.
So good.
Just so good.
Yeah. He well,
Long live Tom Hanks.
I think it's been a long time since we spoke to my dad, so I think let's
Oh,
give
yeah, sure.
let's give my dad a call and see what he's up to. I mean,
Speaking of great men.
if he picks up, you don't know. It's Thursday, and I think Chili's has a special.
Hey guys, #1 ad reader in the world, Rob Iler, here to ask you to think of some of the greatest comedy duos of all time who really got it done. Now I'm talking Key and Peele, Cheech and Chong. What about the perfect duo when it comes to growing your business? Well, that's you and Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage? Shopify is there to help you grow. Whether you're selling coffee beans or custom ball caps, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. I know Jamie uses Shopify to sell merch for her other pods, and she loves it. Plus, Shopify's extensive help resources are there to support your success every step of the way. Because businesses that grow, well, they grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/nottoday, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/nottoday now to grow your business. No matter what stage you're in, shopify.com/nottoday.
Hello,
Yo,
who's that?
it's your son,
Which one?
Robert.
512 number? What's up?
You're on the podcast.
No shit.
Say say hi to Jamie.
Jamie, what up?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good.
We
What's
haven't
up?
What's going on?
we haven't spoken to you in a
put me on the
while.
spot?
What's life like
I
on a
know,
Thursday? How's it going?
How's life? I'm driving home from work, but could be better, could be worse, could be a lot worse.
That's what I say every day.
That's right.
That's all. Yep, that's it.
We we hadn't spoken to you in a while, and I was like thinking about some dad stories. I wanted to know what what do you there was because when you came to visit here, we talked about how you got fired from the pharmacy. I thought that was a good one, but then ones I know about that one. Ones that I don't know about is how old were you when you got hit by the bus?
I was 15. I was delivering Chinese food for a Chinese restaurant, obviously. Yeah.
What
Yeah, it was
happened?
a rough one. I was on York Avenue coming down, going down to like 89th Street, and I went to go around a double parked car, and the bus came from my left and tried to go to this spot, the bus stop on the corner, and just cut me off and smashed me between that and the car. So, yeah, I took a shot and I landed on my back, and everybody came around asking, if I was all right, and then they took me to Metropolitan Hospital on 96th and 1st, and yeah.
That's it.
He died.
When I peed, it was pure blood. I'm not leaving here anytime soon. And yeah, I spent a few days in there, like 15 days in the hospital.
Oh my
kidneys were
God.
lacerated. Yeah.
Did you get?
Yeah, my
Did you get
mother's a saint. I gave my mother a hard time growing up. I hope your kids don't do that to you.
Of course
Jamie.
they do. Of course they do. But did
Well,
you get?
it wasn't your fault you got hit by the
Yeah.
bus.
Did you get money from the bus people?
It wasn't. Yeah, that was a total accident.
Did you get money from the bus, like the city?
Yeah, we sued the city for like $1 million, and they wanted me to use a cane. I was 15 when it happened,
Right.
and yeah, they wanted me to walk with a cane and pretend I was hurt.
Milk it.
Well,
Hell yeah.
Nah, I tried it for a week, and I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. But I ended up getting they settled out of court for $10,000. So that was a nice party weekend.
For peeing blood in 15 days in a hospital, you got $10,000? I'm pissed about
Yeah.
this.
I
I don't
didn't
like
have the
it.
best lawyer. Well, they actually
You're not the
gave me
best liar?
opportunity.
Lawyer. He said I need the best
Oh,
lawyer.
I was 18, and they said they made us an offer of $10,000, and of course I was 18 and saw $10,000. I was like, take it. And it didn't last long, but yeah, you live and learn.
Was that was gone in one weekend?
No, I got it on New Year. I got it on Halloween night, and I spent the last of it on New Year's Eve. It was a couple of months. Yeah, it was a good time.
Okay,
But
you made a little stretch.
That's when 10 grand was 10 grand, as they say.
That's right. So what would the What would 10 grand then be now? Like 50?
Probably 100.
100.
Probably 100.
Wow.
So what was your first purchase? Like, you get the 10 grand, you go outside finally with this money. What's the first thing you buy?
Yeah, I got nothing to show with it. It was all drinking and hanging out and partying, and I had not even a pair of
Memories.
sneakers. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you didn't get like a 8-ball jacket or anything cool. So,
Yeah.
what is the first thing, like, oh, we're going drugs, or you go right to a bar? Or what's the first, like, we got this money,
Yes.
let's do this?
Yes.
Yes, across the board. Yeah. All right, and what
Yeah.
about what the
Did
other
they fire
one?
you after that from the Chinese place?
No, they were kissing my ass because they didn't want me to sue them. But my lawyers were like, obviously the bus company has more money than the Chinese restaurant, so we're gonna go
Right.
after them. And,
Right.
yeah, he got off the hook, but he came to the hospital to visit me, and he bought me all kinds of like Playboy magazines and candy and all kinds of stuff to keep me happy. But yeah, he never got sued. He got off easy.
Were you
I didn't went back to work.
were you good at delivering Chinese food, or would you like?
Oh, dude, I was as good. I knew as much about delivering Chinese food as that guy knew about feet that was talking about Jamie. I was an expert in Chinese food delivery.
Explain what an expert in Chinese food delivery knows. What are the skills?
I knew the old neighborhood really well. I
Okay.
could get around, and I was all on a bicycle. Like the kids now delivering cars. We had
Right.
a bicycle, a giant bicycle with a wooden box on the front, which was like a total death trap, going up and down the city streets. But yeah, and that's what happened. I
Yep.
got hit by a bus.
Hit by a bus. That old story.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I just wanted to check in. We got a we got a lot of questions to ask you, but we'll wait until you're home and you have better connection on the phone. I know
Oh, you're
somewhere
losing me?
somewhere around exit 2 we start to lose you. You know?
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
not your fault.
Yeah, I'm excited for this summer. We got a house for a full week.
Awesome.
Yeah, the whole fam.
Where? What's the
Yeah.
address?
Yeah, we got. It's gonna be it's gonna be a good time.
I'm happy for you guys.
We'll
That's
order
awesome.
Chinese food. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you a
Guys,
call
good to
later.
check in.
Later.
Bye, Jamie.
Bye.
Yeah, that's what Dad's doing.
He's in a good mood. Left work.
Yeah, it's Thursday. He's only got one more day of work.
Yeah.
You know.
Love it.
He's pumped.
What
yeah.
a grinder.
Let's see. What do you want to? Oh, I have a clip for you. So, would you or have you ever gone on safari?
No.
Okay, well, I have this clip for you about safari, and like, this is one of those things where I'm like, I don't know if I would do it or not, but I also think that this is like a 50% chance of happening. What we're gonna see here, which is
Is it the old woman that died?
no, but again, that's the thing.
An
Like,
old woman just died because a elephant ran into their bus.
oh, maybe that is this then. Let's watch the clip. I didn't know somebody died.
He's so mad.
Oh, he's like, hey, get out of my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, those screams really tell a story. So someone died in that, you think?
I don't know if this is the one, but I did read recently that an old woman
We can
passed
stop the
away
clip.
because it wasn't this one. The elephant came and charged from the side and like knocked it over.
And that's the thing. Like, I think, again, and I know it's crazy
You're
of
with
me.
wild animals.
Yeah, and you're
I
in
know.
their house. But like,
I know.
At the same, when I go in the ocean, I think it's 50% chance I'm going to get bit by a shark. When I get on a plane, I think half the time it's going down. Like, I'm like,
You really
I
think
it's,
that
I think
now?
it's a full gamble when I get on.
I think it's a gamble when I walk out my door.
Yeah, that I'm all right with. That I feel okay. But when I'm getting on a plane, like when Annie sends that letter, like I feel, again, like we said, like I texted you this, like every time I get on a plane, I'm like, well, it's probably it. Like,
This could be all over.
yeah.
Yep.
And it's just dread every minute that I'm on that plane. I just hate it.
Honestly, I would like to go peacefully with not a lot of pain or trauma, but I hope it happens when I don't expect it.
Yeah.
I don't want like my grandmother is about to turn 103 on Sunday. It's amazing. She's a badass. She's the best. She's so with it and amazing. But she tells me now, like, she's afraid to die. Like, it's gotten to this point now where like she knows it's inevitable and it's soon, whether it's this year or next year or within the next few years. And it's like, as much as she has joy in her life and she's so happy to be here, there's this feeling of like dread because she knows it's almost done.
One day she was just like, damn, I'm 102. Like, it just hit her.
No, it's just when her and I sit and talk for a long time, she'll just start to say like, I'm nervous. Like, I know it's soon. Like, it's obviously I'm 103. Like, it's happening soon. But she goes to her senior center and she goes 3 days a week and she has her friends and she does her thing. My mom takes her to the casino once a month. Like, she has a lot of joy in her life still. But like, I don't know. I would prefer to just have it end abruptly.
Yeah, I think
not too traumatically, if I can choose. But
yeah. I think plane crash is one of the worst ways to die. Like, I think it's just so, because you're already just so fucking. What do you guys think? Worst way? I mean, fire is so
fire, burning,
fire.
for sure.
Fire, because don't you like not die? Like you takes forever to die. Because doesn't fire like wake you back up?
Really? No, because I thought it was like the smoke in your lungs. Sometimes you even die before like.
Well, that's if you're in
burning.
like a house fire. But like if a fire is burning you like at stake. I feel like,
Jesus Christ.
You know
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
worst. Yeah. Drowning sounds pretty bad to me.
I feel like drowning's one step under that.
You know, go ahead, Chad. Sorry.
Ending up in one of those cartel videos would probably be the worst.
Yeah, but I think unless they torture you, it's pretty quick.
They usually do.
I think they do.
Yeah, well, torture.
Yeah, that's what I mean when I'm saying trauma. I think I don't want that.
See, I've had two instances before where like I thought I was drowning and I wasn't. You know, they're like very fast. Like, well, one was in the ocean and I was like boogie boarding and I really got tossed and like didn't know what was what. Got the wind knocked out of me and I was like, oh, I really thought
this might be it.
And it's really not like, it feels more peaceful than like I don't think it's even close to like burning or like the other horrible
Remember,
ways
I thought
to die.
I died in a plane crash.
That was the craziest. That was one of the craziest stories. We'll talk about that after the second time I thought I was drowning.
Okay.
The other time I thought I was drowning, I was by a pool and had a shirt on, and it was when I was fat, so my shirts were like so big. Somebody pushed me in the pool, and the shirt like wrapped around my head, and so I was underwater. And when you tried to take like a breath in, it was like, and just was like the shirt and the water, and it just made me totally freak out.
Oh no!
And I was in the deep end, and it was probably 10 seconds, but in my head I was like, you're
That's
dead.
a long time.
Like, I was like, you're totally dead, you know, because like 1 second I was just standing there by the edge of the pool, and then the next second it was like like trying to, and I was like, this is the end of your life.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell the boys about how you thought you died in a plane crash of a plane that never crashed, which is just
it was like 5-6 years ago, maybe more. I had taken an edible and I got on the plane and I had fallen asleep, and when I woke up there was like this eerie peacefulness on the plane. There was like no one was talking, no one was moving, and everyone was just kind of facing forward, just like not asleep, just kind of like, And when I looked out the window, I swore I saw buildings in the sky, like a skyline of buildings, but we were up in the sky. And I remember I looked around the plane and I was like, oh, I died. We're on a plane to somewhere.
Well,
we were all dead.
Your exact quote was, oh, I'm on a plane to heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you
that's
thought.
where I was hoping it was going.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I was convinced I had died. And I was eerily calm, probably from the edible, but like, yeah, it was until they said we were landing and wherever I was flying to, I was pretty convinced that was it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I went with it.
I thought when like the lady came over with the sodas, you were like,
no,
all right.
that's what I mean. Like nobody was doing anything. It all set up perfectly for me to believe this.
Right.
No, everyone was just chill.
Right.
No one needed anything.
And then like the plane like stops and that first asshole gets up fast and you're like, we're
here we
still
are.
here.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe it's hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's like lately I've been feeling a little bit of redemption because people talk shit about me that like I won't fly across the ocean to go. I left this country 20 years ago one time, you know, like overseas. and I just refuse to do it. And some of my friends are like, this amazing thing, and we could do this, or a birthday, or like this. And I'm like, I'm sorry, like a wedding. I'm like, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of like emergency landings, and I'm like, yeah, see,
I know.
and I'm like, yeah, you like, don't make it seem like I'm so
Are they
fucking
happening
crazy.
more, or are that we getting reported more?
Oh, you would have been
Because it feels like it's been a lot of like pieces of the plane flying off, like little fires. Like it seems like a lot of shit's going down in the aviation world.
and if this happens halfway to Europe, it's over.
Right.
You don't have 3 hours
But
to
it's a
fucking
lot
fix
of
the
these
problem.
like smaller, dinkier planes.
Oh no,
right?
I've seen like full on Boeing. Can you look this up, Zola? I've seen like full on Boeing planes like on fire in midair. Like,
But like a nice new one.
I mean, I don't know what I'm getting on when I go to the airport.
People were screaming. Oh God.
Yeah,
When was this?
This is a month ago.
people were screaming and crying. Plane engine catches fire midair. Yeah, see, yo, dude, fuck this. I don't even want to watch this shit.
Yeah, and the one there, the exit door pops off. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That was like
It's
less
so
than 2 months ago.
And then
Yeah.
people are like, you won't fly overseas. It's the same as... No, it's fucking not. Like in the United States, there's an
Yeah.
airport every 10 feet.
I think there's been a lot of instances like this, but I do think that there were more crashes back in the day before all the safety regulations and new tech.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably true.
So there were 30 commercial airplane accidents in 2023.
Okay, so you're saying
42 the
two
year
and a half a
before.
month?
Why does that feel like a lot? Is that just me?
It was all. I mean, I guess in comparison to all the flights.
But about 1,200 civilian aircraft crashes.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what? According to injury facts, there were 1,277 accidents
Accidents.
involving U.S. registered civilian aircrafts in the year 2022, up from 1,220.
But
So
that
yeah, it's
doesn't mean
going up.
crashes, right? It means it says accidents.
But see, that is going up. We're saying it was going down. It's going up.
But also, is that like small private planes?
Yeah,
and
those are
stuff?
like, those could be people just taking like pilot lessons or whatever, but commercial aircrafts, 30.
Yeah.
I just think it's like, I get...
The more we're going to talk about this, the more freaked out we're going to get.
There are things that I'm like I know are me being crazy, where like when I say I don't like flying and people make me seem crazy for it, I'm like, it's a crazy thing.
Yeah.
Like we're getting in this little
Yeah.
tin box, trusting somebody up front who we have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
You can't, like, there's just no, it's fucking wild.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, stop, And usually I'm like, those people just hate their lives. They don't really care if they're going to fucking die anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do we have a who knows less about the TV show Sopranos?
Sure. In season 3, after meeting Meadows' boyfriend Noah, what food icon did Tony see before he passed out?
Uncle Ben's rice.
I would not have known.
Ding, ding, ding.
Wow. Again, Jamie.
Because that was like, I mean, that whole like thing was a big thing. Yeah.
All right. We saw the elephant earlier. If you can, this is a question I got from somewhere else and I heard it and I was like, oh, that's good. Now I can't remember, unfortunately. So I'm sorry, I'm not giving credit to somebody. But if you could shrink any animal in the world down to fit in your hand and you could have it as a pet, what animal would you want to have?
A panda.
Oh, panda's so good.
You cuddle a little panda.
Panda's really good. Maybe even a little bigger for a panda than you're just.
Yeah,
like
I
that. So
want like a
little-
teddy bear size.
Right. Yeah, you want like a little dog.
I want it in my lap.
Right,
Like
right,
Bean.
right.
Bean's a panda.
Yeah, your dog is a. I think like I remember whoever I forget. This might have been on like Joe Rogan or something, but they were saying gorilla. Like a gorilla would be sick.
Yeah, but they fuck shit up. They get, they get
They
like,
fuck up like little stuff.
yeah, but they get like temperamental and like bitchy. Like a panda's just always like a little happy
Yeah,
fat
a little sloth.
thing.
A little sloth
Oh,
too
a
would be
little
nice.
sloth, Yeah.
What a giraffe would be sick. Like imagine
Why?
I just had a
How
fucking
boring.
what?
What's it gonna do?
Dude,
Just
are you
walk
crazy?
around?
Imagine I had like a plant here and there was just a giraffe this big, like eating off the plants while we spoke. That'd be the sickest shit ever.
But it gives me nothing. Like
Gives me everything.
doesn't want to entertain.
Oh,
Doesn't want to like
beautiful
interact
animal.
with me. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. What do you mean? I would go like this and it could just put its
Of all
neck.
the animals, you're gonna choose a giraffe.
Yeah, what if it just put its neck right here on you, Jane?
Ugh. Last thing I want to cuddle with is a fucking long neck giraffe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally.
Weirdo.
What do you boys think of giraffe? No? Does giraffe give you nothing?
I think the hate on giraffe is wild.
Wild. Finally,
just-
Eddie's on.
just
This is what it feels like,
just
Brett, to have
the
Eddie on your
animal.
side, huh?
You can choose
It's nice.
any animal to make it like cute and cuddle size, and you're gonna pick a giraffe.
I think because it's the most surprising, you know? You're like, what the fuck? That's a 6-inch giraffe? Like, yo.
I'd be worried
Sure,
about its
I'd get
neck.
over it quick.
Worried about its neck.
I would,
Wait, why?
yeah, I would,
Yeah.
I would get over it.
Oh yeah, the neck might be a little frail.
It would, yeah. It
Yeah.
would still have a long neck. It would just be small.
But isn't
the
it pro-
proportions would be all wrong.
Yeah, it would be. I would think its structure would still hold itself.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
it
got
would
you
just
got
be
birds with
weird.
long necks or something like that that make it. I think that. Oh, by the way, a little flamingo would be pretty sick. You got a little
Boring,
flamingo
too.
walking around
What
here.
the fuck?
I just think like to observe these things, like these little things, like
Yeah,
walking
in
around.
an aquarium like encased thing,
What about a hippopotamus? That would be sick.
like in my pool.
No, if you just had like a little like if I was like, oh, here, and I like dumped out this cup and it was just like a little hippo. It was like right here. That
I'd
shit would
want to
be
squish it.
It'd be
whoa.
nice to have something a little bit aggressive, so then you can be like, "Nice try, buddy." And
Yeah.
it's just trying to fuck
Just, like,
shit up and it
flick it.
can't. Yeah.
Little
Right.
elephant?
Yeah.
That can't kill
Like
an
a
old
little
lady.
grizzly
Yeah,
bear.
elephant would be very cool. Yeah, because it would go through. Sometimes it'd be cool. Sometimes you would want to squish a hippo, James. What's up with that?
I don't know.
That's crazy. You don't like the giraffe. You want to squish a hippo? Do you have
I
some?
don't want like a little thingy like charging at me. Like
But why? It'd be cute. I don't know. I like the
I don't
idea.
think these animals are translating for me to be little and cute.
A little sloth you'd like?
A panda. I'm sticking with my first
I know. I'm
answer.
asking about other animals.
Sloth is fine. Pandas first.
Sometimes you make this really difficult for me,
Sorry.
Jay. I was just kidding. So again, here's another just zero transition, but it's a question I have. When we were talking about feet and you know the foot in the mouth, and Annie was like, "Oh well, it's a surprise." Like that's what he likes about it. When he puts a girl's foot in her
Sure.
mouth, she's surprised. What pops in your head when you think of like the most surprising things guys have done to you in bed?
I like a hair pull.
No, I'm saying it not something where you were surprised.
Yeah, like I didn't see it coming or I didn't know. Yeah.
But like hair pull is in every like you know what I mean. Is there anything you could think of in your whole 40 something or your 30 years of being sexually active? Was there anything where you were like this? Where like you had to call your girlfriend and be like this? Like you wouldn't call your girlfriend and be like, oh my god, this guy pulled my fucking hair. Like something where you'd be like, yo, this guy pulled out a fucking blah blah blah. Like
No. I
Nothing.
can't think of anything.
nothing.
I think I've been kind of on board with it all.
But nothing was like, oh wow, like I didn't see that coming.
No.
No
I
guy
think
ever pulled
if
out like
I
a
could-
taser.
No, like oh yeah, I mean no, not
What?
Cutter.
Wait, you
Cutter
went to
pulls
yeah
out
for a
like
second.
Cutter's like a toy guy.
Okay.
So Cutter will
We're getting
go
somewhere now.
Cutter will go. I'm not going to specifically say what it was, but like Cutter will pull out things that he's bought and be like, "Want to try this?"
Yeah. Well, we did our other podcast with Cass. Remember, he had like an electrocution device that he had because some like porn
No,
star.
all I remember is the two of you brought in a fleshlight for me, so I could understand what that was.
Yeah,
which was
guys.
interesting.
In the year, I think it was 2021 or something, we were talking about fleshlights, and Jamie was like, "What's that?" And we were like,
Why
"Don't-"
the hell would I know what a fleshlight is?
Because it was everywhere for a while. It was like a thing, but it was like we were like, okay, you know what?
but not
Let's-
in like my like.
But you
world.
know things about sex that are not happening in your bedroom. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, you hear about it through XYZ. Like fleshlights were it was like the number one like sponsor of podcasts.
They got me like
and-
a signed vagina, basically.
Yeah,
And
we
there was
got
a
Jamie
signature
like
on it.
I forget what porn star it was, but we got. Oh, I wish we could pull up your reaction to it. It was so good. Jamie
I'm
seeing
sure
a
we
fleshlight
can.
for the first time. It would just
Yeah.
take a while to find.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the year 2021, our little innocent Jamie here, who's squishing hippos, had no clue what a fleshlight was.
Nope. No idea.
Does that surprise anyone in the back? I didn't think there was anybody left who didn't know.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't be super shocked to hear that. Yeah, because like I just
What the hell am I going to do with a fleshlight?
yeah like
I
just-
never had one. I never used one, but I just knew what it was.
I try to imagine the things that Jamie would watch, and I feel like they're not going to be sponsored by flashlights.
Right.
You know what I'm
Nope.
saying?
Well, Jamie loves Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan was sponsored by Fleshlight for a long time. It was
Oh,
like his
I fast
biggest.
forward those parts.
Right, yeah.
Kidding.
But nobody fast forwards through our ads because you're the best at it, James. Have you guys ever?
What do you mean? I love your death stares when you read it.
Yeah. Have you guys ever used a fleshlight back there?
Jesus.
Anybody?
Personal question.
I mean,
I have not.
I have not.
But I think we have one here if you want to try it out,
Oh
Rob.
my.
wow, I'm good. I just think it's sad and gross. But if that's your thing, more power to you.
You think it's sad?
I mean, I'll say that I tried it, I guess, to try it, like to see what that's like, just to see. But then as soon as I'm like, oh, this is just lesser and worse in every possible way.
It
Why
wasn't
would I do
like
this?
the perfect vagina.
Fuck no.
Oh.
It's not even a no. It's like, yeah, it's a toy, dude. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
I
not
agree.
really a
weird.
toy guy, and it just seems like, I don't know, putting on too much effort for your own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much.
It feels awkward.
I also
so
like
it's not.
I don't think it's anything to use to use one once. I'm like, yeah, cool. But then if you're like cleaning your nut out of it to use it again, that's just disgusting.
That was my thing too. I'm like, I mean, this is just going in the garbage, I guess. And doesn't
Right.
clean this. What the fuck?
Are they
Yeah.
expensive?
Horrible.
Yeah, they're expensive. I've heard of people putting them in the dishwasher too, which is savage. Yeah, I've heard of it though. I also have a friend who told me one time he went over to a friend's place and it was sitting on.
Like the drying rack?
No, like the drying rack. It was just like sitting in his room, like on the thing,
Hi.
and he thought that like no one would know what it was. I think, and he was like, "Bro, is that?" And he's like, "Yeah, like you know." Like he just thought that like it was like his secret, you know? Because
my
it just looks like it
flash-
could look like a lamp or a flashlight. It doesn't look like
Random
a flashlight really.
accessory.
Yeah, it just looks like some weird
Yeah.
thing where like if you have a lot of shit. I mean, in my apartment, it would stand out like a sore thumb. There's a couch and a flashlight in my apartment.
You
That's
won't
it.
have a printer, but
No. I'll get a 3D printer and print myself some fleshlights.
there you go.
All right. Well, that's all enough insight for everyone for the day. We will see you.
That was a very random, thoughty type pod. I loved it.
I didn't have a through line today, guys. I apologize.
I have a bug bite.
We'll see. Well, there you go. More
Bug bite.
randomness. Bug bite. Yes.
They're out.
They're out. So are we.